We want to make sure that we're building cross-functional knowledge. So how many times have you heard they keep asking me the same questions, right? Like it might be like, oh, the finance team is asking me questions, or why does IT keep asking for these requirements? Or there's all these things that happen in these cross-functional meetings. And a lot of times it's because leaders don't know what the other teams do. And so just really taking a step back, and I've heard a lot of leaders in my career say, well, they should just know this stuff. And it's, well, probably not, right? Like we're not born with the innate knowledge of what happens at a business. And each business is a little bit different. At some businesses, product management might own something, and another business, IT may own, marketing might own it. And so this is the really important part for your onboarding process, is actually explaining to people what's the scope of what each team does and why they're asking the questions they do. So as a leader in an organization, I should not only be trying to learn about the other leaders and what they're doing, I should also be taking it upon myself to teach people, right? So my question could go a little bit like, hey, I'm really wondering about X, Y, or Z. And I want to know this because my thought is I could help in one of 2 or 3 ways, but I want to make sure that I'm thinking about it in the right way. So could you help me from your perspective understand this scenario? So you can give the context to people of why you may be asking a question, or why you may, from your functional area. Hey, could you tell me a little bit more about this? Because from my perspective, here's some background about how I would think about that in sales or marketing. And it'd be great to have your perspective on that, because then you can kind of have a little bit more of a dialogue than a debate, which is often what transpires in these cross-functional meetings. If you can build this, you can also then ingrain this cross-functional approach. So it's not like HR is on one team and sales is another team and operations is another team and marketing is another team. We're all on the same team and we're trying to solve the same challenges. And hopefully all of our goals are aligned, and we all know what we're doing, and we're all working to create a great solution for that customer. That's the ultimate goal. All of us should be working towards solving something for the customer, or providing a better experience or a better product for the customer. And so we have to make sure that we're ingraining that approach across the organization. Hey, we're all on the same team. We have different expertise, but we're all trying to reach the same spot. And if we can do that, we're going to be able to have meetings that are a lot more productive. Hey, we're launching this new product. Okay. What information does operations need, right? What information does fulfillment need? What information does marketing need? Sales need? HR? Do we need to hire? Do we need to train? There's all of these pieces and parts that happen over a project plan. And rather than getting to the end and being like, oh no, we never told somebody about this. And I'll talk about it from my experience in marketing. In marketing, you have to let people know when you're going to run a promotion. If not, you run out of stock. Like, people don't have the things on hand to be able to sell, and that's not a great thing. So you want to make sure that other teams know what's happening, so that way you can all properly prepare. And if you do that well, you're going to be able to celebrate because your team is winning. Encourage teams to celebrate, because we often acknowledge individual wins. We sometimes forget to celebrate when a team does something really great. And most of us are on multiple teams. Like, you're always in cross-functional meetings. Sometimes they just dissolve and nobody ever celebrates. So it's like, how are people to know that I should be working cross-functionally if every time I work cross-functionally, we're never recognized for that, right? So as leaders, we have to reinforce that success and celebrate that win.